Hey Floss Tube, it's Taryn. Welcome. It is Saturday, May 17th. I hope everybody's had a great week. Hope you've got a good weekend planned. My week was pretty good. Got some stitching done. So that's a good thing, I guess. I tried recording this about a bazillion times this morning. And they were just all a mess. That's putting it mildly. So I'm going to try again this afternoon. Dax and Wyatt had guard duty, and so they got up 4 o'clock, which means I got up at 4 o'clock, so I think that might be part of it. What was the issue this morning? I'm looking because I told y'all, somebody had said way back that they wanted to see prom photos, and I had pictures made to show you because since I record on my phone, I can't do that. And I finally remembered to pick them up. They had to call and leave me a message to remind me, hey. So I'm Johnny on the spot. Anyway, here they are. It's Abigail, Wyatt, Kirsten, and Addison. Yeah, after what, hair and makeup and dresses and flowers and all of nails, fancy shoes, after what that cost for prom, I told the girls they have to get married at the courthouse coming forward. Here they are with their dates. It's Addison and Jacob, and Abigail and Avery. Abigail is leaving on July 3rd to go to Canada to stay with Avery for a little while, and Kirsten and her boyfriend Wesley. And Wesley has committed to the Coast Guard, so he will be leaving soon. Here are my guard guys. And then look, this is what I have to deal with. Will you take a picture with me, honey? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, he's like that all the time. He's not complaining about something. So, anyway, that was prom, and it's been forever ago, like a month ago, and here I am. Actually, at this point, it's probably been 2 months ago, and it's taken me this long to get around to it. But, oh well. Oh, and this. You guys already, if you've watched my confessions, I have issues with junk food. We all know it. I admit it. Admitting it is the first step, but I have no intention of curing it, so what's taking that so long? Have y'all seen these? Caramel M&Ms. Oh my God, they are so good. I've threatened anyone in the house who touches a caramel M&M. That's mine. I don't think they care if I threaten them or not. Nobody's afraid of me. But I try. I do try. Okay, stitching. What have I done? I worked on... Stuff's moving over here. I don't know what's making it happen. I worked on my Norman Rockwell piece. I did not feel like I got as much done. I mean, I worked on it a lot. But I guess I don't feel like the progress shows up as much. I think I filled in on this chair leg, finished it all the way down. I know I did a little bit more on the shirt up here and down here. So, I don't know. I mean, I worked on it and I know I've made progress. I guess it just doesn't feel significant. I don't have any place to put this stuff. I also worked on my Texas Panorama by Be Stitched. This is the stitch along that Sherry Burkett and I are doing. If you want to do it, join us. If you don't have this pattern but you have one for your state, join us. And I say us, and probably really what you'll be doing is joining me, because Sherry started like, I don't know, 2 days ago, and she's practically almost done. She stitches that fast, makes me sick. Here's what I have done. And that's why I say join me, because I'll still be going. Sherry will be long done. See, last time I only had a few little green parts, and I added some outline on the X and a little bit more green. I've really been putting it off because, as you can see on the X, or maybe as you can't see, it is confetti heavy because it has wildflowers at the bottom of it. So I've kind of been putting it off, I guess, not giving it my full attention, but I really don't give anything my full attention. I'm lazy that way, I guess. I worked on this one. I haven't worked on this one in quite some time, and it's one that I ordered off at eBay that, you know, I got for like $1 because there are a million of these for sale on eBay, and you don't have to pay a lot because you can, if you're patient, you can find one. And it's one that's the pre-printed canvas. Well, it's pre-printed Ada. So, can you tell what I've done? Of course you can't, because it's pre-printed and you can't tell anything. I thought this would be easy to stitch on at night without having to have the overhead light on sitting in bed because it's pre-printed. Yeah, whatever. That was stupid. I think I did like some of the pink in here. And the problem is that when your light is no good, like here, those are 2 different shades of pink in there. There are 2 different shades of this blue here. Like that is not the same as that. And when your light isn't very good or bright, you can't tell. So it makes it a little bit difficult. And sometimes it's hard to tell what you have stitched and what you haven't. This is how much I've actually gotten done. So, not really that much. Still got a lot to do. But I know it's not a good one for sitting in bed at night stitching on. Really, as you age and as your eyes age, none of them are good for sitting in bed. Maybe not you, as I age and as my eyes age. I worked on my linen and threads. This is where I am. January is still done. So there's that. I know I said last time that I'm hoping to get February done by the end of June. I don't know. I'm not quite halfway across. Here's the halfway mark right here. All of this right here, all of this, that's all February down to here. So I don't know. If this was all I worked on, maybe, but it won't be, so I don't know. But I do know this. I'm not going to fret about it. It'll get done, and I don't think there's a, big cash prize if I get it done first. I also worked on this, my Cozy Christmas. This is a Lizzie Kate pattern. It's a free pattern from her website. I got to it through a link on February Freebies on Facebook. It's a group, and they do it all year. You could still sign up, but in February they focus on working on freebies, and that's when I started. This was in February, so I got it finished up. The coffee mug was supposed to be the cream color that this little decoration is, and the decorative part was supposed to be red, but as you can tell, the coffee mug would not have shown up that way, so I switched the colors around, and I think I'm going to make a mug rug with it. I don't know. Of course, it will be one of those mug rugs that if anyone uses it, I'll kill them, because it'll just be to sit there and look cute, right? I think that's everything I stitched on. Let's see, today is the 17th, which I'm doing the Year of Starts. I'm doing one a month on the 17th. And so I will start this one, and it is the wedding row from Bent Creek of My Love Be Sure. I'm not going to put our name and date down there. And I'm going to change the blue here to a red that I hand dyed. So I'm going to start that today. I've been dying to start this, so I'm pretty excited. I'm doing it on 28 count lamb's wool Jobelin. I'm just looking at the price because this is $17.99 and they had one at, it was just at Hobby Lobby on clearance for like $6.99. I should have bought it. But it would give me a good excuse to go back again. So I'm going to start that today, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about starting it, so that's a good thing. On my Stitch from Stash, been a teeny bit bad. I'm still in the black, so that's a good thing. Michael's just opened in our town, and it's been open about 3 weeks now. I went last Saturday afternoon, I think, or Sunday, I don't know. I was so disappointed. I have to tell y'all, I was so disappointed. I was so looking forward to going in there, and it is such a small store, and their cross-stitch department has, it's like part, okay, the aisle is like a half length aisle, and the cross-stitch section is on one side of the aisle, only half of it. So it's like a fourth of an aisle long. That's how big the cross-stitch section is. And the DMC thread took up about half of that. On one side of the DMC thread display, they had stuff like needles and Q-snaps, hoops, the bobbins for your thread, that kind of stuff. And on the other side, they had some fabric. They had, like 2 options in 14 count, 18, and stuff like that. It was incredibly disappointing. But even through my disappointment, I did manage to buy some fabric. And I had a 50% off coupon for it too. But I got it because Hobby Lobby has not had, for months, a piece that was big enough for this. Because I've started, this piece is big enough. It's just maybe an oatmeal, 18 count. I started kitting it up. These are all just threads that I already had. I don't have the main one, or I would have already started it. Dax and I have a goal of visiting all 50 states together. Ones that we've been to before don't count. We have to go together. So I'm going to do the states as we see them. I think we've been to 23 so far, maybe 27. I'm not quite sure. But I'll do the ones that we've seen, and then I'll fill it in as we make it to the others. You'll see, like, on the East Coast, it gets really, really busy because the states are, for one thing, because the states are so small, but also because it has the name of the state and the state capital, and I'm not going to fill the capitals in. So that'll help get rid of some of the busyness over there, because the capitals have nothing to do with why I'm stitching this. I probably will not put this across the bottom either. But I don't know. I'm dying to start it, and I would have if I had the thread that's the main color for the outline. I'm going to do the outline first, and then I'll go back and fill in where we've already been and add to it as I can. So I don't know. I was at Hobby Lobby today because I needed this one for my Norman Rockwell piece, and I had not written down what that color is that I'm missing, or I would have bought it today when I was there and would probably be starting it. So I guess maybe it's a good thing I didn't, because I need to get some other stuff done. While I was there, I also bought, this is 14 count fiddler's cloth. I'd need it for absolutely nothing, but it was on clearance for $3. So why wouldn't I buy it? So it'll just go down in my stash. I've also, this week, I got this little Lizzie Kate off of eBay. It's like $1 with free shipping. So it says daughters are a special joy. So I figured with 3 daughters, I've earned the right to be able to stitch that up and put it in my not adorable bowl. And then Addison started work today at a assisted living / nursing home facility. It's a pretty new one. And she wants to go into elder care as a career, so this will be a good learning experience for her today. Well, this job period. Today on what she gets to learn is how to bathe people. Tomorrow she gets to learn how to change diapers. She's not loving the idea of either of those, but it comes with the good. It comes with the territory. There's bad that goes with the good, so she's just going to have to deal with it. But anyway, she needed a Social Security card, and the hospital filled out all the information and got the kids' Social Security numbers. And so, for whatever reason, we never got cards. So, they don't have Social Security cards. When Wyatt joined the Guard, I went and ordered one for him. And now Addison needed this, so we went to order hers on Wednesday. And apparently, the Social Security office in our town closes at noon on Wednesday. And we got there at about 1 o'clock. So, we had to go back on Thursday. But because we were there on Wednesday and they were closed, and Half Price Books is just right there, I went in and looked for cross-stitch stuff because, like everyone else, I desperately am in need of more patterns. Right? Don't we all need more? So anyway, Addison picked out this book. This leaflet, whatever. I doubt I will ever stitch that. But look at Thumper on the back. How freaking cute is Thumper? Oh my god. Totally have to stitch that, so had to get it. And then I had to get this one. If you've watched in an earlier video, I talked about the fact that through my father's side, I'm part Cherokee. And the kids used to say that, well, I teased Dax all the time about, we're always joking around about my people. So the kids used to tease about that Dax was a pilgrim and I was an Indian. So I'm going to do the little Indian girl and the pilgrim boy. And I'll put those in my not adorable bowl also. And I thought that little turkey was pretty cute too. I don't think I won't cut them out, you know, along the outline there, because I'm going to cut a rectangle and make it easy. But I thought those were too cute, and I'm dying to get that started. And then, because I have some obsession, I bought this one. It's all, look, welcome, 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 welcome. It's all welcome things. I don't have people at my house. People don't come over. Who am I welcoming? I'm really picky about who my friends are, who I invite into my life. I'm not good with high maintenance friends, friends that need a lot from me. I have a family that needs a lot from me, and a business that needs a lot from me, and I don't have it to give to friends who are really needy. I'm good with friends that if we haven't talked in a month, that's fine. If we haven't talked in 6 months, we can still be friends. And people like that are really hard to come by. I don't like to deal with drama. I don't like drama in my life. And so I don't want friends who bring drama into my life, and that happens all too often also. So, I don't have that many people over to my house. Hardly ever happens. I have a welcome sign outside my front door, a welcome sign right inside my front door, a big wreath, and sitting in front of my fireplace that says welcome. I know I have at least one thing in my whip pile already that says welcome. And then I bought this. What the hell? I don't... Somebody come visit me so that somebody can appreciate all the welcomes at my house. Here's the reason I bought it. I liked that flag, and it's kind of a ghost welcome. Maybe it's like, maybe you're welcome, maybe you're not. I don't know. I like it on this darker fabric. Here it is on white fabric, and you can see the welcome shows up more on the white. Maybe I like it on the dark because it's more, I don't know if you're welcome. We'll see. I think that was everything I bought. I think, well, besides my exciting floss. Let's see. I also made some needle minders while I was out here playing around. I need to find something to show them up against. This will work. I made this one. This is like a little piece of wood that's been cut out, and it's super lightweight. It's really thin and super light, but I love the pattern. And you can see right there are holes in it. It's hard to see. There are holes right there, the flower, just like up here. It's cut out, but the magnet is kind of shiny all silver back there. I really kind of like the way that turned out. This one is from, I have about a bazillion of these buttons. It drives me a little bit crazy that right here you can see the magnet. I don't know. And then this one, when Dax and I were driving home from San Antonio, we stopped in a little store. It was the only one we stopped in. And they had this little thing. I don't really know what it's for because it is not a charm. There's nothing to put it on anything. It wasn't a magnet. I put that on there. Underneath that magnet it says be happy. And it didn't fit like down in a piece of jewelry or a keychain or anything like that. So I don't know what it was for, but when I saw it I knew what I was going to use it for, so it really doesn't matter. Oh, hold on. I also made some scissor fobs, so I need to get those. This little butterfly with blue and gold beads hanging on it. And then these beads are the Aurora Borealis, sheesh, words tearing, finish on them, and some little silver rice beads. But I love the way the colors on that turn. They kind of go from purple to blue to a greenish color. And then these beads also have the Aurora Borealis finish on them, but they kind of go to like a brown, purple, and blue. They're different than the other ones. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I have done or not done this week. I've been watching FlossTube like we all do. If y'all have not looked at Elizabeth Andrus, I think it's Andrus, I'm having trouble reading my writing. She's doing the, her FlossTube videos are a Christmas ornament a week is what she's trying to do, an ornament a week. I think that's a lie because I think she's doing like 2 or 3 a week. She shows way too much in each video to only be getting one done a week. But she's not just getting them stitched. She actually is getting them FFO'd. What's that about? But they're awesome. And her finishes, they're not all the same. And she shares some of her techniques on how she does, where she gets her ideas and stuff. But they're really neat. Go check them out. I keep looking. Dax and Wyatt had guard this morning, and they should be home probably anytime now. They had to leave the house at 5, which means they had to get up at 4. I got up with them because there's no such thing as staying asleep if Dax is up getting dressed. But I came out here and tried to record my videos very early this morning, and that was a no-go. It was awful. I went back to sleep for a little bit. I went into town to get Dax's Father's Day gift. And surprised it wasn't at Hobby Lobby. That's so weird. It's okay. I had already gotten it by the time I got to Hobby Lobby. But I was going to go by the office and take care of some things. But I was so out of it still. I left the keys to the office at the house, so I didn't get any of that done. But on a high note, I did stop and buy an ice cream cake for tomorrow for Father's Day, so everything's all good. That's what really matters, right? Okay, I think I'm going to go maybe stitch a little bit, maybe start my new piece, and I will see y'all next week. Thank you so much, everyone, for your subscriptions, for your likes, for your comments. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't been watching the tag that's not really a tag, where people are doing the 20 things about them, if you haven't seen any of those and you like that kind of stuff, go watch them. I think it's so awesome to be getting to know people beyond just their stitching, because of the way I feel about our community. I do want to know more about you. I don't watch the videos just to see the stitching. I like getting to know everybody, so I am loving these. And if you haven't seen them, go check them out. If you like that kind of thing, do one. We'd love to see it, those of us who like to watch them. I've been trying to think of 20 things. I don't know 20 things. I struggle with, what would anybody even care about knowing, you know? And then what's sharing too much information? I don't know, how much information do you want to put out there? So I've been trying to come up with 20 things, and if I can, maybe I'll do a video about it. And if not, I'll just keep watching y'all's. Anyway, if you haven't done it, do it. If you're like that kind of thing, I would love to see them. And if you haven't already, go check out Elizabeth Andrus. And thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week. Bye.